When a victim begins to uncover the true nature of a narcissist or sociopath in their life, it can feel like stepping into an entirely new realm of awareness. The moment you start piecing together the puzzle of their manipulation, abuse, and deceit, a subtle but significant shift takes place. And here's the truth: narcissists and sociopaths are incredibly perceptive when it comes to picking up on these changes. Even when you try to mask your newfound clarity and pretend that everything is as it was, they often sense the shift. Why? Because they've spent a lifetime honing their ability to read people, dissecting personality traits and vulnerabilities they can exploit. Unless you possess the skill of a masterful actor, they will likely notice when your perspective on them begins to change. This awareness sparks a cascade of reactions from them, and understanding what to expect can prepare you for the storm ahead. Their uncanny ability to detect energy shifts means they may respond with tactics designed to regain control, confuse you further, or even punish you for daring to see through their facade. Recognizing these patterns is vital, as it allows you to protect yourself from falling further into their web of deceit. In today's video, I will walk you through the top 10 reactions you can expect when the narcissist or sociopath in your life realizes you are catching on to their game. These insights are not only meant to empower you with knowledge, but to help you navigate this complex and emotionally charged situation with strength and clarity. But before we dive in, let me extend a warm welcome to those who are new to my channel. If this is your first time here, I'm so glad you've joined us. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on weekly videos aimed at helping you heal, grow, and thrive after experiencing narcissistic abuse. Additionally, if you're seeking personalized guidance on your recovery journey, I offer private one-on-one coaching sessions. You can find all the details on my website, linked in the description below. Now, let's explore the signs and behaviors you should be prepared for when they realize you've started seeing the truth. Remember, knowledge is power, and understanding their reactions can be a pivotal step in regaining control of your life. Stay tuned, because this could be the breakthrough you've been searching for. When dealing with a narcissist or sociopath, one of the most critical times you'll face is when they begin to realize who they truly are and confront the reality of the manipulative games they've been playing. Before diving into the specifics, let me stress something vitally important: this period requires utmost caution. These individuals harbor an intense fear of public exposure, and their desperation to avoid being unmasked can drive them to extreme measures. Above all, your safety and the safety of your loved ones must remain your highest priority. Do not underestimate their capacity for dangerous behavior when they feel cornered. With that foundation laid, let's delve into today's discussion. One of the first things you, as their victim, might experience during this unsettling phase is an overwhelming combination of gaslighting and love bombing, a carefully orchestrated strategy designed to confuse and disarm you. The narcissist or sociopath may revert to the charm and affection they used in the early stages of your relationship, showering you with attention and acts of apparent love. They'll seem to transform into the person you once believed they were, the person who captivated and drew you in. But this sudden warmth is not an act of genuine change, it's a calculated move to regain control. At the same time, they will employ gaslighting with surgical precision. If you begin to ask uncomfortable questions that might expose them, or if you hold them accountable for their actions, they will work tirelessly to distort your reality. You'll hear phrases like, "That's not what happened, you're imagining things, it was someone else's fault," or "you're misremembering." Their excuses will come fast and unrelenting, designed to make you doubt your perceptions and dismiss any new revelations you've uncovered. This dual attack, pulling you close with love bombing while confusing you with gaslighting, can feel overwhelming, leaving you questioning yourself and your instincts. But why do they do this? For individuals with narcissistic or sociopathic tendencies, maintaining their carefully constructed image is paramount. The thought of being exposed for who they truly are terrifies them to their core. They thrive on controlling the narrative, ensuring that others see them as charming, capable, or even benevolent. When they sense this facade cracking, especially when confronted by someone who has started to see through their lies, they'll resort to these tactics in a desperate attempt to regain power and silence dissent. As you navigate this situation, it's crucial to recognize these behaviors for what they are: manipulative tools meant to derail your understanding of the truth. Staying grounded in your observations and refusing to be swayed by their tactics is essential. Remember, you are not obligated to explain yourself or justify your perspective to someone who has repeatedly undermined your trust and well-being. This is not a time to seek closure or validation from them. Instead, focus on protecting your mental and emotional health while taking steps to distance yourself from their influence. In summary, the journey of dealing with a narcissist or sociopath when their games are exposed is fraught with challenges. From the relentless onslaught of gaslighting to the intoxicating pull of love bombing, these tactics are designed to destabilize you and maintain their hold. Yet by staying vigilant, trusting your instincts, and prioritizing your safety, you can break free from their grip and begin to reclaim your sense of self. You are stronger than their manipulations, and recognizing their patterns is the first step toward liberation. Next, if projection, deflection, and blame shifting are unsuccessful, the narcissist will attempt to triangulate you through ridiculous narratives. They may claim that everyone you both know realizes your beliefs or perspectives are off base, or that everyone thinks you are crazy or off your rocker. They will try to call in flying monkeys to persuade and influence you that you are mistaken, overreacting, and that things are not as you think. This stage can be incredibly confusing for the victim, producing a massive wave of cognitive dissonance. If you are unaware of what flying monkeys or gaslighting are, or how these tactics work, the probability of caving during this stage is very high. If all these tactics fail, and the narcissist still feels threatened, things usually take a turn for the worse. At this point, they may escalate to using threats, intimidation, and narcissistic rage. Here, the narcissist has lost their patience and will try to strong-arm you back into submission. This can include physical intimidation, breaking things, screaming threats, or making demands. He will not get out of line. You better know your place, and how dare you confront or threaten them. It doesn't matter if you haven't actually done any of those things in the narcissist's mind. You have. At this point, they usually see this as war. This can be an extremely dangerous time for the victim, and nothing, absolutely nothing, should be prioritized over your safety. If the threats and intimidation are ineffective, the narcissist starts to realize and accept that they are losing or have completely lost control over you and your mind. Now, things get very serious for them. Remember, when a narcissist can no longer control you, they will try to control the way other people see you. At this stage, the smear campaign is going to turn up full blast. They have likely been smearing you for years, but at this point, the narcissist views you as an absolute threat, and the gloves are coming all the way off. They will try to destroy your reputation and support system. They will say all kinds of lies and gross exaggerations to anyone and everyone who will listen. I recently did a video about the top 7 most common lies they tell people during their smear campaign. I'll link it below. Be sure to watch it if you haven't already. Their goal at this stage is to get everyone to believe you are completely nuts. In most cases, they will essentially try to swap identities with you. They will tell people you have done the exact things they themselves are guilty of doing to you. They will portray themselves as the victim of your abuse, your mental instability, and your deceitful, disturbing character. They want you to have no one to turn to, no one who will believe you, and to be completely alienated from any form of a support system. Complete destruction and isolation is their goal. Next, if the gaslighting and love bombing do not work, and you have not snapped out of it, what will usually come next is guilt tripping and a big pity party. Now they behave as if they are so hurt that you would be thinking these things or pulling away from them. They claim they have not done anything wrong, and it is not fair that you are putting them in this position. All they have done is love you. They will bring up every single good thing they have ever done in this relationship to make you feel ungrateful. On top of that, they will likely throw in some pity narratives, mentioning how difficult their childhood was, how hard their job is, or how overworked they are. Basically, the message will be all of this is in your imagination, and you are cruel and take them for granted. The third thing you can expect is that if guilt and pity do not work, they will resort to a ton of projection. Now, the narrative is, they have not done anything wrong, it is you who has done all the bad and terrible things. Every single thing you have ever done wrong in this relationship, and anything you have shared with them about something you did wrong in your entire lifetime is going to be hurled back in your face. The projection, deflection, blame shifting, and every single tactic they can come up with will be used to get the attention off them and onto you. This is a tricky time for the victim, because usually the narcissist accuses us of things we never did or gross exaggerations of something that happened. It is really hard in these heated moments not to get sidetracked and buy into this trick by defending ourselves. Do not take the bait. Do not fall for this trick. It is a calculated strategy to get the focus off them and onto you. Next, here comes the financial exploitation and devastation. They will usually try to ruin you financially around this time. They will empty the bank accounts, cut off your credit card access, steal your money and any assets they can get their fingers on, refuse to give you any money to live on for yourself or your children, stop paying the mortgage, stop making the car payments, cut off your medical insurance, anything to hurt you financially. At this point, they have accepted that the relationship is over, and all they are concerned with is getting as much as humanly possible for themselves and destroying your life in any way they can, including finances and your ability to survive. Around this time, you can expect to be stalked, hacked, terrorized, and harassed. It's not uncommon for them to do things to try to get you fired from your job. They will follow you everywhere you go to terrorize and scare you. They will threaten and try to scare anyone associated with you, even your children. Even if they are the mother or father of these kids, at this point, nothing is off limits. They are going for the jugular. The psychological terrorist behaviors kick in. They want you to know they are watching your every move, hacking into your computer or phone. These things are incredibly common. The goal at this stage is to turn up the mental abuse and intimidation by doing things you can't catch them doing or prove. They are incredibly proficient at flying under the radar of law enforcement and have years of experience using these tactics on other people. Unfortunately, their goal is to provoke behaviors in you that align with their smear campaign, making you look crazy to others, especially because you cannot prove they are doing these things. The depths of legal manipulation and exploitation are staggering when dealing with a narcissist or sociopath. If you have children, prepare yourself for calculated attacks aimed at dismantling your life piece by piece. Child protection authorities may start knocking on your door, spurred by fabricated reports. False accusations, crimes you didn't commit, offenses you know nothing about will come hurtling your way. If marriage or shared custody is involved, brace for a relentless legal onslaught. They often seek full custody of the children, aiming to strip you of your home, financial stability, assets, and even your sense of identity. Lies to authorities, manufactured evidence, and baseless allegations of child abuse or domestic violence are par for the course. For them, it's not just about winning, it's about watching you lose everything. Their ultimate goal: complete isolation and the total destruction of your life as you once knew it. They want to leave you with nothing: no job, no family, no home, no friends, and no hope. To them, your suffering is the ultimate reward, a source of endless narcissistic supply. Every piece of your broken life feeds their twisted sense of satisfaction. In their eyes, you deserve this pain simply for daring to be in their orbit. They will stop at nothing to ensure you regret ever crossing paths with them. High-spectrum malignant narcissists and sociopaths often possess a deeply Machiavellian nature, deriving genuine joy from your suffering. For them, your despair is the pinnacle of success, and they feel no remorse in achieving this devastating victory. Reflecting on my own experiences, There was a chilling moment during my last custody battle when I realized what my abuser truly wanted. Their endgame was clear. They envisioned my permanent address as one of three grim places: a mental ward, a prison cell, or a cemetery. That stark reality shaped my understanding of the depths to which they are willing to go, and the lengths one must take to protect themselves from such individuals. For anyone navigating this harrowing journey, know that you are not alone. Reaching out for support is not just helpful, it's vital. Seek out an educated therapist, connect with a local domestic violence shelter or advocate, or join a narcissistic abuse recovery group. Many online support groups, especially on platforms like Facebook, are free and provide a safe space to share and heal. Surrounding yourself with people who believe you and understand the complexities of your situation can be life-saving. If you ever feel endangered, don't hesitate. Contact law enforcement immediately. Please, learn from my mistakes. Confronting or exposing a narcissist or sociopath is never a good idea. The consequences can be severe and unpredictable. Instead, focus on protecting yourself, building your support system, and moving toward recovery. You are stronger than you know, and with the right help, healing is possible. Thank you for joining me today. If this message resonated with you, please show your support by giving this video a thumbs up and subscribing to my channel. Don't forget to follow me on my other social media platforms. Links are in the description below. Your journey matters, and together we can rise above the darkness. Stay safe and take care.